I'm Rosofina Salma from 4S. I'm hereby proposing the motion that say that early morning preps and late evening preps should be removed. I'm opposing by saying this. I'm proposing by saying this. Most of the students wake up early in the morning and go to class, whereby they come with their blankets. So I'm saying that the early morning preps should be removed. Second, waking up early can lead to diseases, e.g., pneumonia and allergic disease. For example, a student in Taranganya, he was sick. He was having asthmatic disease. So he was waking up for dawn, and now he's in hospital. He's in hospital, up to now. Third, as a pharmacist, researcher, scientist, and statistician, Rosofina Salma, I'm saying this: sleeping is a part of health, because a normal human being must sleep for at least 8 hours. So I'm saying this: a student must sleep 8 hours, not 6. Thank you.
As Robbie from 4A, I would like to oppose the motion by saying that evening and morning preps should not be removed. This is because if the evening and morning preps are removed, teachers will not get sufficient time to finish the syllabus. For example, in Form 4, history normal lessons only appear twice in the timetable. So if the morning and evening preps are removed, then the teachers will not finish the syllabus. For instance, in Nyanchabo, there are only 3 lessons, and here there are 2 lessons, but yet they could not finish the syllabus. So if the syllabus are not finished, then the Form 4 will have a challenge while doing the exam. 2, when evening and morning preps are removed, then the students will become more and more lazy. For instance, yesterday there were no classes, so they went for entertainment. Some of them are not there, so some of them were storing in the dormitory, some in the classes, and all over the school. So that will make some of them to be influenced by the peers to involve themselves into harmful habits. For instance, drug abuse. You can be influenced by your peer pressure to start drug abuse if you are not using it. Thank you.
Supporting my colleague, not only waking up in the morning that will make someone to become sick, but it supports. That's making someone that has that sickness to be worse. I'm Mosendalea from 4S. My point is, I'm here strongly to propose the motion that says early morning and late evening should be removed from these learners. This is whereby you wake up, these boarders, for example, these boarders, they wake up very early in the morning, leaving their beds, the dormitory, they come to sleep in class. And that one doesn't make sense. How can you leave just the dorm and come to sleep in class? Whereby if there was not to be there this morning and evening, and the late evening, they could be sleeping, thereby preparing for themselves the normal lessons. Like, I had another story from Nyankore here. There was a student that who was working very early in the morning, going to class. Every time he gets in class, he starts sleeping. If they were not to be there at dawn and preps, he could be sleeping in the dorm, resting his mind to wait for the normal lessons to continue. Thereby, I'm proposing this motion that this thing of waking up early morning and late evening should be stopped. Thank you.
I will sleep until I die. Even though if I die, I will still sleep. There is no need to sleep. You need to wake up and achieve your dreams. Odongo Michael, Form 4S. Let me start by challenging my colleagues or my opponents by saying this. There's no need to wake up during dawns to go to class with blanket to sleep. My friends, it's better you wake up with your blanket in the morning to go to class to achieve your targets than to remain in dorm while sleeping, and by the end of the day, you will not achieve your targets. You need to think about it. My first point. Our CS yesterday announced, I think 1 week ago, that students should not wake up during dawns and prep evenings, which of course is trying to dominate us, is trying to put us down so that we cannot achieve our target. His son is now in Alliance, in a better school. All properties. Your father is a farmer, his father is a CS. Already their family has everything to achieve. Remember, your father is a farmer, he's working hard so that you can achieve your targets. And someone is coming up by telling you that you should not wake up to make your parents happy. Why? If you wake up in the morning, remember first, your mind is fresh. When you go to class and sit upright with your studies, you will understand it better than during daytime. I think the scientists will concur with me. And it also will improve, and it also will help teachers to finish the syllabus earlier so that the students can start revising as early as possible to achieve their grades. In Form 4, already you have met your grade, but how can you achieve your grade when the teacher doesn't finish the syllabus? We need to think about it. We need to come up as a student. We need to come up and say no. Instead of removing it, I think it could be a choice for students. So that, some of us, we are coming from very different family, very different background. So we need to work hard to achieve our targets. We need to work hard to make other people to follow what we are doing. But how can we make people to follow what we are doing if me, myself, I cannot achieve what I want? No way. No way. We should wake up early and we should go to dawns to achieve our targets. It will also help teachers to do other activities, because if we find that by the end of term, teachers already finished the syllabus. It's you now to do what you want, to revise earlier, so that by the end of the year, if you are in Form 4 student, you may achieve what you want and your goals. Remember, in school, we have very many activities. Like this term, we have sports, which athletics will go on. Remember, daytime, you have to go and run, you have to go and do everything you want, and during night or during dawn, you have your own time to do what you want. So please, let us wake up and achieve our target. Thank you.
Thank you, the judges, for giving me time to rebut on the motion. Before I start, I will ask one of the opposers, Dorcas, a question. You said that finishing a syllabus, preps and dons will make it to achieve the syllabus, finish the syllabus. Let me tell you something. There's some school without borders, and they finish the syllabus even before us. What about we can take in case of our school, the Form 1 and the Form 2, we have mixed reaction. We have the borders and the day scholars, and you will find the day scholars are very many than the borders. And they finish the syllabus than the Form 4s who get taught at preps and dons. Now you have to think about it. Another question is to my opposer, the opposer Odongo. You said that You say that while waking up dorms and preps will make somebody successful. There's some people who woke up very early in the morning during those years, and they are now farmers. They have not I want to, on the point of my fellow proposal, they say that yes, there's some students with deficiency problems. They can find children suffering from asthma, and those these are triggered by cold condition. When you wake up very early in the morning, the cold condition will trigger asthma. And there is an case I was told, my fellow friend from Aranda told me that there was a student suffering from pneumonia, and he used to wake up very early in the morning, and now he is in hospital at Kenyatta. Yeah, he was admitted on yesterday. Another point is what my fellow professor said. Sleeping at, I think, 10 and wake up at 4 is dangerous to health. According to the scientists, a normal human being should sleep for 8 hours to rest her mind. You will keep on going to preps until 4, up to 4 and wake up very early in the morning, and you will sleep during normal lessons. And some subjects like chemistry, if you sleep in the classes, you will get 0. I think the system. Thank you very much.
Thank you again. Before I continue, let me challenge my opponent. You know, it's better you wake up in the morning, go dance, and you become a farmer, and you be a farmer, and you be a farmer. You know, if you never wake up during morning, you will find yourself, you go in farm at, let me say, 9 a.m. You will not work in that particular plot of yours. In school, we have different activities, different syllabus, different lessons. You know what? We have an agriculture. If you went to school, you learn, you be a farmer. By being a farmer, it's a knowledge that you gain from teachers. It's a knowledge that you gain by waking up and going dance. So to be a farmer is not an issue. It doesn't matter that you went to school and again you become a farmer. It's normal. You went to school, you practice farming. You went to school, then you go in university. You learn about agricultural. And you have to wake up. You will not be at home that now I am learned. I will not do farming. No, we need food in our country. The second one, he said that in some schools, like chemistry, that in class, if you sleep during chemistry, you will not pass that examination. Let me tell you, if you cannot understand, you will never understand.
Yes.
Why? You know, a teacher can come in, a teacher will be in class, a teacher can taught you everything. But if you cannot get it well, you will not. There is some student, if them to go to class and then revise what the teacher taught so that they can understand. So don't try to intimidate our audience by saying this. There is some lessons that, like chemistry, that without a teacher teaching you, you will not pass. You will pass according to your career. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge, for giving me this chance. My name is John Jimmy, and my question goes to opposers. I want to ask this, my friend Odongo, one question. Do you think that God is a fool, my friend? God created a night and a day. Do you know the reason why God created night and a day? God created a day for human being to work, and there are nights for human being to rest. Waking up see any animal except human beings, e.g. birds, birds cannot wake up very early morning and they cannot go for preps.
Thank you. I'd like to answer your question. Remember, you are not a bird. Birds do not have any target which they wish to achieve. So because you have a target, you must wake up for dawn and go for preps. 2, do you know what time the day begins and what time the day ends? Go and do research. Thank you again. The day begins at 12 at night. And also, those who kesha, the kesha is done at night and not in the day. The kesha at night, worshipping God. The kesha is, for example, 31st December. People go to church at night and go to their homes at 12.
This is not a church, this is a school.
You talked of God. You said that you're breaking his rules by going to class in the evening and waking up in the morning. Those who are going in church for creation, do they break the rules? Do they? You've said that this is not a church. What I'm asking you is, you've talked of God here. You brought God here, meaning you brought the church here. So what I'm asking you is, those who go to church for occasion, do they also break the rules?
I also break the rules. Because as you see, I don't say one example, e.g. birds. I can explain another example like any animals except human being, e.g. cow, even a rabbit. You can't see a rabbit walking at rabbit. You can't see a cow walking at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. because it does not go to bed.
So are you a rabbit or are you a cow?
I don't say that I'm a rabbit.
But
All of them were animals.
and so
Okay. Respond to my fellow colleague that according to God's creation, we are mandated that a man should sweat, meaning that a man should work for the entire time. Mandated that because we have different schedules. Not all of us human beings have the same schedule. According to the Acts, the book of Acts that was written by Saint Paul, which say, a man shall do what? Shall work. If you don't work, meaning you shall not do what? Eat. Hence, for students must, for entire purpose, must work, which is his work is to read. Meaning you must read for entire time, given the school up to you end Form 4. Then you can resume the time for sleeping for the whole of your life. Thank you.
Thank you, the judges. I want to ask a question for the opposite side. You say that a man has to sweat. God brought, he created a sun to differentiate between a day and night. One aspect is you cannot sweat when there is no sun. If God wanted for us to sweat at night, he could have brought maybe another sun at night. A moon cannot make you cannot come here and drink because of the moon. The sun is to make us work at daytime and sleep at night. And the moon, I think, is to support light for some creatures here. To do their work. I think it's not right to say that a man should sweat 24 hours. Even there's yes, I think I have answered. Even there's an aspect you say, the opposer said that he said that he has brought God here. God is over everything. He brought God because God is over everything. Not bring the church because God has been mentioned. God is not only in church. God is for education. You can read the power and you become a farmer. Yeah, you can read the powers and become a farmer if you don't want to mention God in everything you are doing. That's why he has mentioned God. And there's an apostle said that waking up early and reading tonight you will become successful. I don't think it's good and you go become a successful farmer. How is finding eggs will make you apply fertilizer in the maize crop? I think you are wrong by saying that.
That according, when you look to the Bible, according to the creation part, God took a lot of time in his creation. For that you find he created the world in 7 days. God had power to create a day, just the whole world, just in everything, just one day. But he wanted to create very beautiful things out of the mind that could attract anything or anybody that come across it. That's why he took a lot of time to create. The same way, we students, we need to take a lot of time to our studies in order to achieve good results. Let us come to part of sweating. To sweat is the part of reason what? According to the Bible, it is determined or bring out how you understand. Because the Bible has different meaning according to various past hours and you. How I understand the Bible is different the way you understand yourself. Because remember, according to scientists, sweating means releasing what? Excess water from the body or excretion of some bad products from the body. We come to the Bible where it says sweating means you have to work for an extra to earn a living. Thank you.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you for the chance. Our community is made by different people. You have those who are rich, those who are poor, and those who are not rich and poor, who are at the middle. Yes, we need to create equality to the society. Why am I saying this? There's some, let me say, families which cannot support boarding education. Now, if let's take example, they are the scholars here. If you always take another topic during the night, he came during the morning, he finds that you have already learned something new. This thing will demoralize you. And that's why you will find that he drop out of the school because he cannot continue the education. Another thing is there's some students who are stubborn. In case of Koromangucha Secondary, there are students called Raphael Sassi and those students, we find that they are very stubborn. I have been told they are so very stubborn to wake up early in the morning. This forces a particular teacher to wake up at 4, to come in the dome, chase them around the compound for them to enter into the classroom. And the teacher, you can find the teacher did his work at the back. Now he's being forced to wake up, making him not to rest. And say maybe this can lead to the health problems. He'll not even get fat because he wake up during 4 and sleep at 10 because of some people. And who they come to class to sleep. I think dons and prep should be removed because of those reasons. We don't need to make somebody suffer every day because of people who are not serious. And even if you wake up during preps and dons, if you don't have brain, you'll not get success. I don't think the aspect should be removed from the system. I support the CS of education to remove the dons and
Thank you. Okay, first, I'll have to tag a question. Let me can ask. You say that a normal human being have to sleep at most 8 hours. Therefore, how many hours are there from 7 to 6? From 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. To my point, early morning and late evening classes for learners should
not be removed. This because during the day, teachers usually attend normal classes. Therefore, there is no time for a student to revise or to make his or her own studies. Therefore, in the morning and late evening preps, this is the time students get to read and revise for the exams. Therefore, I oppose the CS message about dons and preps being taken away. Thank you.